Hi, Tammy and Valentina.
She's going to her new home in Alabama to Mr. Daniel.
She is.
What a lucky guy.
Yeah, she is a Pied You're a Hero. Carries blue and both versions of chocolate and 10 points.
Testable chocolate and cocoa.
Yes.
Yes.
She's just been taken away from her sisters and brother.
Yes.
She seems to be doing pretty good.
Yeah. And she can't get her feet.
No.
Yeah.
No, she's a pretty
She's
calm.
a good girl.
She's a pretty calm little puppy. Anyway, so let's go with the Q&A where we've got Valentina to help, see if she can answer any questions. What do you think, Valentina? Shaquira Wallace, question about AI. Progesterone levels of 3.9, was told to take it back. That was on a Monday. Was told to take it back Thursday. Levels of 20. So Monday, let's call it a 4. Tuesday a 5. Ovulation. That dog should be bred Thursday, and that's what you did. And she was at a 20. You did an AI. So you're on the money. I mean, so that's the due date. The due date's going to be based on it being March the 20th. Her due date would be May the 20th, approximately. So you should be in good shape. Hi, James Simon. Is a 3-year-old too old for a girl to have a first litter? No, it's fine. No, it's absolutely fine. No problem at all.
Another woman asked me, her female was 4. And I said, yeah, she's good. And they said, well, that's what the vet said, but we thought we'd ask you.
Yes. I mean, specifically, she had a C-section before and it all went well, and or had a litter before and it was all successful. Yeah.
No, she was 4 years old. Never been bred.
Okay, yeah.
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 You're about to come off your deal. You're going to be real bouncy here.
Oh, yep. So, oops. Let's
Put the
put
dog
it
down.
A second. Oh, bouncy. Sorry, folks. There we go. We're on a bouncy road. So someone's asking, what are they asking? I lost the. Sorry about this, folks. We're on a bouncy road. And we're still on the bouncy road. All right.
We will be for a bit.
Yes. How long do you feed the mush for? Well, we start the mush typically, what, 4 weeks old?
Yeah, I at least let them have it, you know, when they realize that they can actually chew it up.
So we've
Mushy
got
mush
this
is
girl
for a good week.
This girl here has been away from mum now for not very long. What, about 4 days, 5 days?
No, without mama, probably about. Oh, honey, she's shaking. Put her down. Put her down. Make her comfortable. Anyway, so she's probably been without mom for 48 hours.
Okay.
And she's done good because was with her siblings, but
we're talking about the mush food. So you've had her on dried kibble for a bit, haven't you?
Oh yeah, as part of it, it's a little bit soft. But first thing in the morning when they don't think they can wait, I put some dry, so they can chew it. So they're able to eat hard kibble. But.
So the point here is you've got to do a transition between soft mushy food like puppy mousse at 4 weeks to dried kibble before they leave.
Well, the soft puppy food like the Royal Canine starter mousse, you would start that 3.5 weeks to 4 weeks.
Right.
And then that's where it's real mushy, like a gravy, where they can lap it up.
Right.
Then about a week and a half later, graduate from not making it so soupy to where they can actually chew it, and then go into a soft kibble. And make sure that you do half and half, because you're switching over from a Royal Canine product to to whatever puppy food that's a kibble that you're using, like we do Life Abundance. So we soften Life Abundance, add the starter mousse to that, and soften up that Life Abundance, and then they know that they got to stop and chew a little bit. And then about another week and a half later, graduate to not as wet kibble, where there's some hard pieces and soft pieces. That means not soaking it to the top of the puppy kibble, where it can be, some of it's kind of dry and some of it's still kind of wet. And then they realize, oh, this is a little bit harder, and they take their time where they're not just inhaling it and getting choked on it.
Right. You don't want them to.
No. And so you go from there like that.
Right.
But always, anytime you're switching a puppy to a different food. Oh, and I forgot food.
Okay.
It is. Now that blew my mind.
Well, let's go to the next question, because I think we talked about that one.
Yeah.
I did a TCI. This is T-Nice. Did a TCI, the progesterone of 27. The night before, the morning of, she was humping my leg like crazy. which is never done throughout a heat. Any thoughts? Was I late? Just humping me or anything? No, you weren't late. 27 for a TCI is absolutely fine. And you know, humping means that she's got an itch and wants to be scratched. So she's just telling you that she's ready. So no, all good. Row S, my rat terrier was vaccinated at 6:30 and 18 weeks. Week 20 she was diagnosed with Demodenic mange. Well, the first thing is I think 6:30 and 18 is spaced too far apart in vaccinations. So my guess is on that is you should probably revaccinate. That's not the cause of the mange though. So red mange is caused by Demodenic mange is a little parasite that's on the skin, and all dogs actually have a few of these on them, but their autoimmune system keeps it in check. So times that you can have problems would be when a dog doesn't get a correct response to mange, and can develop into a problem. So could this be caused by vaccinations? Yeah, possibly, because you know it's a little bit more stressful. Possibly, I think probably not. But the thing I would say here is there's things that you can do to treat mange, like ivermectin. Normally, what you do is you see if the dog can handle it by itself to start with, because you want the dog to be able to basically get a proper immune response. But I'm going to comment back on this. 6:30 and 18 should have been 6, 9 and 10. And if you leave vaccinations too far apart, they're not effective. So I think that probably needs to be relooked by you and your vet. Leslie Grant. Oh yeah, well, when Dr. Strickland's name was mentioned, it brought tears to my eyes. He was my vet for close to 20 years. Yeah, he was a good dude. I never met him personally, but
I heard all kinds of good
but
stuff
yeah,
about
exactly. I mean, you know, he is, and so Dr. James Musak, who did this video for us with the doing the health check.
Somebody go. Good Lord. Just go. Flip me off. Seriously.
Tammy got give him the bird.
Yeah, she's pointing at me.
Yeah, she's pointing. You're number one, Tammy.
Yeah.
There's just nobody moving.
Nobody.
Okay.
Everyone's too scared.
Anyway, back to Dr. Yeah. All right. Vaginitis, can they still breed? This is Shanita Artis. Vaginitis, can they still breed after it's clear in young dogs? Absolutely. Getting fixed, breed the dog. Stephen Kelly, how long will semen last in a cup? And will it survive if it goes cold and then warm? So the answer to this is that semen, how do I answer this? If you're going to store semen for like 12 hours or longer, it definitely wants to be with an extender. If you're going to store semen for 12 hours or longer, it needs to be slowly chilled down. Okay.
Back in the lab.
Should I take her?
Yes, take her.
Okay. Little Valentina wants to come over and say hi to me.
She's on the blanket.
Yes. So the question is, why are you trying to store it for a short time? Because presumably, you know, I guess what you're doing is you're collecting from a dog and then traveling home a few hours to go use it. You know, will it be okay for a couple hours in a cup? I don't know. I've never tried it. Don't know. I mean, I would probably want to put some extender with it, and if it's going to be very many hours, I start cooling it down. You've got to be careful how you cool it down. You can't cool it down quickly. You'll cold shock the semen. So to cool it down, one way you can do this is you can collect in a bag, put it in a cup of mildly warm water, and then put that whole bag into a cup of, put it in the bag, put the bag into a cup of mildly warm water, styrofoam cup, put that then in the fridge or into an ice cooler, so it cools down very slowly because the water stops it from getting cold immediately. So that would work. Somebody says, great video, you obviously love your dogs. Yeah, well, that's for Chanel. Chanel does love her dogs, and we love our dogs too, don't we, Valentina?
Yeah, Chanel's a mama hen. Big time.
Gobrian Collet, I think. Chloe, maybe. I don't agree with the puppies walking on mesh flooring over a collection tray in the whelping area. Not good for their feet and joints, really.
Well, they're not on there for any long
I found a
length of
waterproof. Well,
time.
keep on going. I found a waterproof flooring on the whelp area. It's great with one side covered in puppy liners. My pups are 3 weeks old. Usually walk over and toilet in that pad area. I give them panicure. Blah 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 blah. I personally don't do puppy injection until the worm is down and a week after. Yeah. All right. So yeah, no. Puppies that have been raised strictly on a wire floor, they tend to have splayed out feet. That's not good. I agree 100%.
Well, the older they get, the heavier they are on
Yes.
it. We're talking about heavier dogs. Puppies, it's a world of different. And when we do our puppies, we do it with the pee pad also. And then they, but if you got puppies that got eaten poop, and it can go through that grate, which is fantastic. Keeps them from eating it.
So what we transitioned to is a 4x4 pen with a half inch grid raised floor. It's fairly close together. Poop falls through it. Then we put down there a towel. We put down a bed so the puppies can lay on that, not be on the wire all the time. We don't have problems with their feet. I mean, look at this girl,
but
right?
we put padding on that wire
Right.
until.
Yeah, but look at this girl's feet, right? I don't know if you can see. Probably.
Yeah.
She's got really nice, close together feet.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Didn't
Nice
run,
tight feet.
It didn't run her feet.
Nice tight feet.
Didn't run the other one's
But I
feet
have
either.
seen dogs though that
Well,
their feet.
because they're literally shut in there 24/7.
Right. Exactly.
Our babies aren't.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
They get a playtime on the floor and on the concrete. So,
Right. Okay. That's 11 minutes, 12 minutes of this one. Say goodbye, Tammy.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.